Hello everyone and welcome. This is Christine with Patter Crafts, and today I'll be making a Christmas card using some new products I recently purchased. I keep saying I'm not going to buy any more pattern paper, but I've been eyeing this Snow Day Remix paper pad for quite a while. And I did miss out on the original release of this because I waited too long. So I went ahead and picked that up along with the Snow Day stamp and die set, which we will also use today when I made my Lawn Fawn purchase during the month of my birthday. So I envisioned this card to have like a snowy outdoor scene. So I'm going to be looking for a piece of pattern paper that can be like my sky. I also looked for one that could be the snowbanks, but there wasn't anything that jumped out at me that would work in that capacity. So now that I'm done struggling getting the tape off the pattern paper pad, I can flip through here really quickly. Now there is one piece of pattern paper that has a snowy like background like this one here. So I'll be able to trim that down, and then I decide to just use the white cardstock for my snowy hills. So the first thing I am going to do is stamp out these images. So I have grabbed some scrap white paper from this little cart on the side of me that has all kinds of random cardstock. And we are going to stamp out each one of the bunny images. I am going to put all three bunnies on the card, and I'm going to end up using both of the trees and the tree line. The tree line doesn't end up working on the card. I do put it on the inside, but we do a little bit of stamping here. So I like to stamp my images either with the Gina K Black Amalgam ink or the MFT Extreme Black ink. And they're both sitting on my desk, and I just grab them at like whatever happens to be there is what I grab. So today we're using Gina K. With the Gina K Black Amalgam ink though, at least for me, you need to let it sit a few minutes before you Copic color, or you will get some smudge marks or smearing. So I don't mind using it, but I know when I stamp with it, I have to give it a couple minutes to dry. So while I wait for those bunnies to dry before I color them, I'm going to go ahead and grab the green ink pad from Memento. And I'm seeing if I have it right here so I can tell you what color it is, but oh, there it is. It's called Bamboo Leaves. So I'm going to stamp that tree line out with the bamboo leaves, and I'm also going to stamp out this fun tree that has like some little holes in it, like where the ornaments would be, and then we will use some Nuvo drops to fill that in at some point. So once all of my images are stamped and ready to go, I did go ahead and color them in and use the dies and die cut them. So now I have my panel cut down, I have my hillsides ready to go, and all of my little images. So right now I'm just kind of deciding where I want to put them, and this is where I decide that little tree line doesn't go with anything I did. So we're not going to use it for right now. So I'm just kind of laying out where I want the pieces to be to make sure that my hillside is exactly where I want it to be. And once that's all set, we're going to stamp my sentiment, which is just the merry and bright. And then I'm going to go ahead and adhere the snowbanks. I want to make sure I have my sentiment where it needs to be and make sure that my hill doesn't go up so far that the images would touch the sentiment, but it's also enough room to add all the images the way I want to put them. So this one here that would be more in the back, we're going to adhere down with just straight down to the pattern paper. So I'm just using my Scotch Advanced Tape Glider to add adhesive to that, and we'll go ahead and apply that. Then I'm going to use some foam tape on this front hillside. And I think about putting more than that one strip of foam tape, but I'm also at this point not 100% sure where these trees are going to go. So I did end up stamping out a lot more trees. At first I only stamped the one, but then I realized when I couldn't use the tree line, I was going to need some more of the regular like triangular shaped trees. I do stick a small piece of adhesive just because the top part from where my adhesive was on the back where that foam tape was, there was just too much space. It needed a little more foam tape. Because at this point I still don't know, are the trees going to go on this hill, and if so, I'm going to need some room behind it, or are they going to go on that top hill? And they end up all going on that top hill. So I'm just kind of placing them and where I think they're going to go. Make sure I have enough, and once I do, we're going to go ahead and just adhere those down. And again, I'm just using some tape runner for those. Starting off by putting one on each end, and then we will just put them one kind of overlapping the other until we get to the other side. Kind of out here I decide, ooh, you know what, I've got them all like overlapping in the same way. So these last two I kind of change up a little bit. Once this is done, I'm just so excited to decorate with the Nuvo that I forget to put it on a card base. So you won't see me put it on a card base, but you will see the finished card at the end of the video. You all know how a panel goes on a card base. So some finishing touches, I'm using this white gel pen just to clean up my lines on my trees. The green kind of bled a little out, or I may have colored a little outside of that line, so that white gel pen covers that up so the coloring looks nice and clean. Now we are going to decorate that Christmas tree there on the front, and we're using Nuvo glitter accents, and this is in the color Winter Cranberry. It's really pretty. It's nice and glittery, and the camera doesn't really pick up how pretty it is, but in person it's really nice. So we're going to go ahead and just add those little red dots all on our Christmas tree, and then I'm going to bring in some Nuvo glitter drops, and these are in the color White Blizzard. Oh, these are the glossy accents. I'll bring in the White Blizzard in just a moment. Got a little ahead of myself. I keep forgetting I put a little glossy accent in their ears. So now we're going to go ahead and grab the White Blizzard Nuvo glitter drops, and we are going to add just some dots along all of these Christmas trees. Kind of like they're decorated, but I don't want them to stand. I want that front tree to be like the focal point. Like that's the tree that gets people's attention, but I still wanted to have sparkle. So we're going to just add these because these are kind of just clear and glittery. They don't really have much of a color. And once that's done, I decide I want to add some glitter to the top of my snow. And I thought about grabbing the stickles, but the stickles kind of spreads out. So I didn't think they'd stay in the just right on that edge. So I, again, grabbed the Nuvo glitter drops and that White Blizzard again. And this will be it for the card, and voila, there it is on a card base. Thank you so very much for watching today. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to see more and you're not already, please hit that subscribe button. You can hit that notification bell if you would like to know when I upload next. And there's that little tree line on the inside. Again, thank you so very much. Have a great day. Bye.